Hey there, my dear friends from Coding Time. Uh, are you wondering what are the APIs? Okay, well, the APIs stands for Application Programming Interface. Okay, to get functionality more easily. So, let's say you have to do the laundry on Sunday, and of course, it is a pain. Okay, so to wash your jeans, instead you use your washing machine and you think about an endpoint of code to consume to build some functionality, and you can think of features like softener and the soap you use for that. So the APIs occurs over the HTTP. Okay, now we can make requests to URL to read and write over them, okay, to extract data and to put data into it. Okay, now let's think about is a programming interface. Okay, so we need to extract just the data we need. We don't care about the colors or navbar, so we just extract the exact data we need to use in our code. Now, let's try some example. Okay, let's try some real world examples, okay? This is a page I just created and linked to my Facebook profile, okay? Just put the logo and, the cover photo. We said that we can read and write using APIs, okay? Now, let's try some example here. Let's open. First of all, we need to we can read some data. Okay, this is a normal user interface. We don't need, for example, the colors, the logo, some stuff. We just need to extract exactly the data what we want. Okay, now let's try some Facebook API for developers. Okay, here we just put in English. Now what we got here is just get started. I just we got documents here to read. Okay, some interesting stuff. Now we need to go to the API Explorer. Okay, we need to log in, of course. Just log in and create an API. So let's create it. Let's see, like none. Let's see my first API and create, submit. Okay, now let's just try to see around. Okay, this is Instagram API. Let's look for just tools and Graph API Explorer. Now, first of all, we say that we can read and write. In this case, get, we can read some data, okay, and we can post. First of all, we want to get some data from the user, okay. This is very important, the access token, because you need to have authorization for a specific task, right? So user of page, the token from the user, okay. Continue. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, now we got permission from the public profile. We just need to add, for example, email. Okay, for example, we need to, for example, birthday, use a birthday, and I think it's pretty much that's it. So let's try some, for example, birthday, like last name, like middle name, yeah, I think it's pretty much that's it. So after that, first of all, we need to, of course, generate the access token. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit the form. Continue as Luis. Okay, let's submit. Fine. What we got here is this key has its pair value. Okay, that's fine. This is how we read data from API. Okay, we can use it for other machines, for computers, to work with them and make other interesting stuff. But what if we try to extract some data in our code? Let's try it out. New file. Let's save it like api.ts. Fine. Now we need to copy this inside of, okay, let's save it into a constant like user details is equals to, okay, now let's index the same index.html. Okay. Now, and we add the script source api.js. Okay, Control save it. Let's open the browser. Let's figure out console user. It's not defined. Let's wanna save it. Control save it here. Refresh the page. Okay, nice. We got here an object representing the last name, the middle name, and the ID. Okay. Now, let's say we want to access like birthday. Here is also you can access like the last name, middle name. Okay, and it works. Let's say user details. Let's say we want to JSON that to put it in JSON format for the machine to read. Okay, that's fine. We can save it. Save it here into a const like JSON data, for example. Okay, we save it, and then we just can like JSON data. We just that parse this, and we got the object. Okay, and this is wonderful when we need to access data from some specific page. As I said before, we don't want to extract, for example, this button, the navbar. Okay, now what if we want to write to put some information on the page? Okay, well, first of all, we need to go get rid of this. This is very important. We need now, because we need permission on the page, we need to write information. From time to time, we need to, for example, send message or events into groups. So it's very important to get page access token. Okay, continue coding time. Okay, show a list of pages to manage. Okay, done. It's linking now to my Facebook page. Now, this is very important here. We don't need right now. We don't need to ask data about the email, but this time we got now coding time access token. Okay, now we need to add the permission. Why? For example, we need to this is a list where you need to verify your permissions. Okay, for example, publish a video, publish to groups. Okay, let's try page. Okay, for example, show list page. We need to manage post, page read engagement, page manage engagement. Okay, fine. Now, as I said before, get is to read information, but we need now to turn this to post. Okay, fine. In the documentation, we just need to read. For example, to post something that is here, you need to change something. Okay, first of all, let's try docs. Let's try like post. Post documentation, reading, publishing, deleting, permission, updating. This is all the documentation we need to read. Okay, here is an example. Getting here, post in a group, post in a group post. When you need to put the group ID, That is a basic example, okay? Slash feed, okay? Now here's get. Now let's try out some play around here. Okay, go to my apps. Open your apps. Okay, this is the app we are working on. We say the post. So it's the form of ID slash feed. Okay, now where do you find the ID? Well, in your page where you only have access just as the administrator. More about, go down, this is the page ID. You just copy this and paste it into ID. Okay, now we need to write down where we want to post. Okay, so we need to add a parameter, put a message, enter value like hi there, this is Chris from coding time, and I want to show this post from Facebook API. Okay, we need to generate the access token with the permissions. Continue. Okay, now let's try it out. Submit. There is an error. Okay, it's possible that we need to, let's read here, publish to group, page read engagement, and page manage post. Okay, so page manage post, and okay, now let's generate another access token. Continue as a calling time. Yeah, done. Okay, now we're linked. Calling time generates the token. Okay, now let's try it out again. We're using the submit right now. We need to check. Okay, once we have this ID, it means that it's successful. Okay, now let's try it out. Home. Okay, we still have the profile picture and the cover photo. Refresh the browser, and this is our first post. I hope you enjoy this. There are too many things that we can do with APIs. They are powerful. Just a tool for developers to talk with the machines, and also for the developers to read data from them. Okay, now see you in the next video.